welcome to TMZ Live. You have probably all seen this new video where Alex Pretti was involved in an altercation with officers 11 days before he was shot and killed. And we put something up on our website and our social media today, and it has caused a firestorm, a lot of criticism of this take.
Right, but I mean, the first thing that stands out, and this is was a big part of your take, was that Alex's demeanor on this particular day much different from the day that he was killed.
I mean, let's be honest about everything. So Alex Pretti spitting at the car and then kicking the taillight out of a federal vehicle, he went over the line. And if everybody did that, I think it could constitute a riot. And so when you look at what the officers did after he did that, as they get out of the vehicle
on this day,
11 days before,
on 13th, yeah,
and they take him down, there was nothing inappropriate about that. He's lucky he didn't get arrested.
Right.
That said, a couple of things, and I think the first thing is this: Alex Pretti had a gun there.
Right.
And
it was very
you can see it.
Right. And to be honest, I'm not even sure how those officers who took him down didn't notice the gun, because
I agree.
It was very clearly in the back of his waistband, just like it was the day he was killed.
But the point being,
but there was no.
He never went for the gun. He was angry, but he clearly.
You could see how angry he was and hear it.
He never touched the gun, never went for the gun. It blows up the Trump administration's allegation that he was there 11 days later to inflict mass harm on these officers, because he was just a dude who carried a lawful weapon all the time.
Right.
So I think it blows up the Trump administration's argument there. And the second and more important thing, I think, is that you can see in this video that he is exercised over what is going on in Minneapolis. And he is a tall guy and distinctive. And even though these aren't the officers who confronted him 11 days later, what I started to wonder was, I think he must have...
On the second day, did any of the officers, agents who were there, recognize him?
Well, but what I'm saying is, it's not the 11th day. But what about the 10th day and the 9th day before and the 8th day before? He seemed very committed to these protests. So was he showing up at these protests? And did any of the agents who confronted him the day they shot and killed him see him in those intervening days and got just angry that this guy was all over the place? Because when I look at what happened to Alex Pretti the day he was killed, the officers so overreact to what he had done, helping the woman up, that it's like they were angry about something that wasn't necessarily what they were looking at. And I wonder, were they just boiling over things that may have happened during that period?
Right, because what we saw leading up to his killing was not a person that would push an officer over the edge. They would dislike him, but he was being just another protester, and maybe a loud one. But if they were aware of him from 11 days earlier, to your point, from 30 days earlier leading all the way up to the event, he was sort of on a figurative or a literal watch list, then you get to the point where there may have been some real animosity that had developed between the officers trying to protect these.
Especially when you see the level of anger that he expressed on the 13th, and if that's the kind of anger he was expressing for days leading up to this, maybe that starts, by the way, we are in no way saying it justifies what they did.
It's the opposite.
We're trying.
It's the opposite.
Exactly.
Hold
on.
Hold on.
But we're trying to make sense of what happened on the 24th.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I think his killing was incredibly awful. I'm not standing up for it at all. But if what he did between this day or before this day, leading up to the killing, got more and more outraged, got more and more violent, like this one,
doesn't matter, Jason.
No, hold on for a second. Hold on. Hear me out for a second. Could an officer say, could the officer who killed him say, I had seen him getting more and more aggressive, more and more violent, and on the day, I was in fear for my safety once I had him on the ground? That would be the
reason that doesn't work.
Because he was disarmed,
he was disarmed, never had the gun in his hand, and yes, they may feel angry, and I know they're only human beings, but I'm sorry, but
law enforcement
is held to a higher standard than the average citizen. Well, and if you are armed, you have to be held to a higher standard that you are only going to use that weapon in the most extreme situation.
They are acting from the very jump out of anger when they take him down. They hit him with a canister, they punched him, they swarmed him, and the gun was out of his waistband when they shot him. So my point
taken out by one of the law enforcement.
But my point is that I would love to see videos of him in that intervening period, because if they were that angry at this guy, to me, when they saw the gun, it wasn't. It didn't create fear. It created an excuse to do what they did.
That's right.
Hello, my name is Asmao. I live in Los Angeles. And I think this additional footage of Alex Pretti shows that there's more to the story. I think it shows that there's more than what the media is portraying it to be. There's several days where it's seen that Alex is approaching ICE officers. He's combative, he's argumentative. And with that being said, I don't think that warrants him being, unalived. I do think that he should have been detained for sure. His actions warranted him being detained. And as you all mentioned, I feel perhaps the ICE officers acted out of anger from the prior interactions with him, or, maybe, they were just angry in the moment. But I think there was more that could have been done before it got to the level that it did.
Okay, how about a look inside Kendall Jenner's Rolodex? This is really impressive. So we told you about the commercial she did, Super Bowl commercial, where it's for Fanatics Sportsbook, and she talks about...
It's fantastic.
Right, about her ex-boyfriends, basketball players, and
they all lose when
making money because their careers go down the drain. So she goes on The Tonight Show to talk about that ad. That's expected. The surprise was that Tom Brady showed up in a way that was pretty cool. I mean,
it's all planned.
It's all planned, but it played off. It played pretty well.
Can I phone a friend? I brought my phone if I can phone a friend.
Sure.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What you up to?
Not much. I'm just here with Jimmy.
Hi, Tom.
And some friends.
Look, I think this Seattle defense, they're like all time. They can get pressure with 4. It lets them drop 7 guys into coverage. They can cover all day long, 6 different guys. New England, it's all about, what a story. Mike Vrabel. You guys ever partied with Rabes, Kendall?
All the time. Rave.
Oh my God, Rabes? Are you kidding me? That dude is party's the best.
I feel like I am going to go with the underdog. And I feel I'm going to go Patriots.
Wow! Okay. So, shout out to Michael Rubin, by the way, of Fanatics, because clearly he and Tom Brady are really tight. And first of all, Michael Rubin's probably the one who convinced Kendall to do the ad, because he owns Fanatics.
But does Brady have some stake in this? He must.
I don't know if he has a stake in it, but Michael Rubin and Tom Brady are really tight. They're very close friends. So that's how he's the one who puts that all together. But they played it off pretty well.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting, so she made her pick there.
Yeah.
No surprise, she went with Tom's pick.
Right,
Because, of course, Tom's going to go with the Patriots. But did you see one of her exes?
Yes.
Actually got into it after
this is
Michael Rubin posted
This is the second go-round with Devin Booker.
Yeah.
So Michael Rubin posted the Tonight Show clip, and then in the comments, Devin Booker, Kendall Jenner's ex, Phoenix Suns star, shows up, and he says, I bet $1 million the Seahawks get that ring before you do, Kendall. And then she responds, how's the ankle? He's injured.
Right.
And he says, come rub it.
Ooh.
So here's the thing
Sound
about
like they're getting back together.
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like they're actually
Honestly?
Yes.
It sounds like they already are back together.
Yeah.
But they can't come back together until after the Super Bowl ends.
Oh, it's like heated rivalry.
Well, not
roads lead
exactly
back.
like heated rivalry, but
Kinda.
A little different, but
I gotta be honest, guys, I don't really care about football, but watching Kendall Jenner talk football, I can definitely stomach. And her calling in Super Bowl champion like that, like he's tech support, was super funny. And her nodding during the breakdown of the game strategy, it was just super relatable because that's what I'll be doing during the Super Bowl. But just want to be involved in the conversation, right? But I also love with the tweets that men always try to weaponize rings like it's some kind of ultimate insult. Meanwhile, it's Kendall Jenner, right? She literally collects luxury items for a living. I doubt she's thinking about a ring. And the ankle comment, perfect. Short, devastating, absolutely no notes. Good for her.
The angle, I think they're together. Because
I think so too.
him posting the classic car yesterday.
Right, it's like he's kind of been in on the whole thing.
Absolutely.
By the way, do you think they should drop 6 or 7 into coverage? What do you, the Seahawks?
I'm going for 6.
Coming up.
The love affair just keeps getting deeper between Nicki Minaj and President Trump. We have been wondering all along, what is this doing to the Barbs? So we decided we wanted to hear from 2 Barbs on opposing sides.
I mean, nowadays, a lot of people are just way too sensitive.
The former Barbs out there, just know that it's okay to choose your brain instead of your Barb badge, okay?
Be right back.
The love affair just keeps getting deeper between Nicki Minaj and President Trump. Today, she is very proud of the fact that she got to cut a corner, so to speak, on her path to citizenship. She said that the president gave her a gold card that I think means that she doesn't have to pay the $15,000 to
Wasn't there 15 plus? That's the processing fee. There's $1 million on top of that.
Right. So she's not going to have to pay it because she got this gold card. So look, it's very clear they are tight. We're going to be seeing her.
She said yesterday
campaigning with
she
him.
is his #1 fan.
We have been wondering all along, what is this doing to the Barbs? Nicki Minaj's fan base, her fiercely loyal fans. How many of them? Because she's responded to some of them and said, "Look, I know there's some Barbs who are upset, but I don't care. This is what I'm about, and I'm going to do it. And if you're with me, you're with me." So we decided we wanted to hear from 2 Barbs on opposing sides, and that they are joining us now. So Blair Thompson is a Barb, and so is Trey the Entertainer.
Well, one was a Barb.
Was a Barb? Well, maybe he's still a Barb. We'll get into it. So Blair and Trey, welcome to TMZ Live.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So Blair, I know you're pissed off. Why, and are you still a Barb?
I am no longer a Barb. Thank you, Harvey. I'm no longer a Barb. For me, Nicki has just been too inconsistent with her fans and those that supported her, from Black women, the queer community, the trans community. And it's really sad to see her betray her fans like this.
And Trey, I saw your eyes rolling a little bit while Blair was talking.
Yeah.
You are still firmly a Barb?
Yes, I'm a Barb. I'm 30 years old, and I've been a Barb since I was like 13 years old. And I support Nicki wholeheartedly because this is America, and I believe anybody does have the right to vote or believe who they want to believe in. And so for me, I can put the 2 things aside from Nicki, the personality, and Nicki, the music. And I still love Nicki and all the music that she does have put out since I've been a Barb. So,
Trey, what if Nicki puts new music out where she embraces the culture wars from the administration, which does impact the LGBT community of which you're a part? Would that change things for you at all?
I'm going to be honest. Me being a part of LGBT hasn't been affected by the administration. Personally, I know it has affected other gays that's in the gay community or whatever, but for me personally, it hasn't affected me. Nobody that's, I know it affected marriage. I know they talk about the marriage thing and a lot of that, but for me personally, it hasn't affected my views or how I move to my day-to-day life. So still, even with all that said and done, this is America, so she can, vote for who she want to vote for. I'm still going to be riding for Nicki.
So Blair, you're out altogether. She has been talking about possibly dropping new music.
I am out.
You're not going to support her music anymore?
I'm not, just because she's been too inconsistent, guys. I mean, the immigration bans, she used to be, she was undocumented until yesterday because she got to take a shortcut because that was easy for her. But what for her fans? What about the community that supported her all these years? It feels like she's just ignored them. I feel like if you're going to say that you're the queen, then it's best just to be consistent and not instead be a clown. So it's just really sad to see her betray herself and watch her tarnish her own legacy.
So let's try some. Let's try some.
Go ahead, Trey.
I mean, for me, she always have been consistent. And if you listen to her music, she always talked about the Republicans and voting for the Republicans and
being against Trump.
I mean, she said a lot. For me, my opinion has changed because before 2020, I used to be on the I hate Trump train as well. But I grew up, I started learning things. I started doing my own personal research. And so my own personal opinion turned against Trump as well. So your opinions can change. And as you get older, you start looking at things around you. So that's what happened to me. My opinion changed about Trump as well. So I'm not going to fault Nicki for that. Maybe she did hate Trump once upon a time because I was a part of the Black community that just hated him for no reason. I didn't even know why I hated Trump until I did my own personal research. So like I said, so for me personally, I'm still Team Nicki Minaj. I don't really look at her personal life with her and her husband. I know they bring that up a lot. That has nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. She can be gone with him tomorrow, and then what it's going to be talked about, the next day. So for me, I'm still Team Nicki Minaj.
So Blair, let's try something.
Okay.
Make your best pitch to Trey based on what you just heard him say on why he should jump off the Nicki train. You got 30 seconds.
I got you. I think first, Trey, you should talk to your friends. Talk to your friends in the trans community. Talk to your gay friends, your queer friends, and ask them how they feel about things that Nicki has said and how she's betrayed her fans. I mean, supporting Trump reads as her prioritizing her own proximity and not a collective whole. And I feel like if you're going to go ahead and be for your fans and preach certain things and then your actions don't match, then what's the point? And I feel like everything from her hubby to saying things about Megan Thee Stallion to just tweeting things to Cardi when Cardi released her album. I think she's bitter and I think she's miserable and insecure and she's trying to protect herself and her family because we all know that they are all on, we're going to say, a spotlight with the law. I think it's about personal gain. I don't think it has anything to do with people, which is the issue.
Okay, so Trey, now you get the last word. Respond to Blair and explain why he's misdirected here and should jump back on the train.
I mean, nowadays, a lot of people are just way too sensitive. I have talked to the LGBT, because like you guys said, I am part of LGBT, where I do portray a masculine side and a feminine side. You can follow me on TikTok, Trey the Entertainer, and you can catch all that. But a lot of people that follow me that's part of LGBT agree with the same thing I agree with. So, I mean, it depends on who you're part of LGBT. They might say that what you agree with, but the people I talk to on my fan base, they agree with a lot of things that I say and what Nicki says as well. So, I mean, we can go tit for tat for that all day long with talking about the LGBT trans. I know a lot of trans that's with it, a lot of trans that's not. A lot of gay men that's with it, a lot of gay men that's not. So, I mean, to each his own.
Yeah. The former Barbs out there, just know that it's okay to choose your brain instead of your Barb badge, okay?
Wow.
Your brain over your bar badge.
Final shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay true to yourself. You know, what's going on in the world. That's it.
All right. All right. By the way, Trey, I don't know if you were going for this, but I just got the Gap Band songs going in my head. I like the hat. I like the hat.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, guys, for having us.
Coming up.
We're going to get kind of highfalutin here, especially for us. We're going to talk about art. But this, I promise you, is the most unique art maybe you will ever see. The artist behind this, John Knuth, I don't even know how he came up with the idea to create the art this way, so I'm dying to talk to him about his creation.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
BB Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too. Did you just say, look at the water?
I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at.
TMZ.
Okay, we're gonna get kind of highfalutin here, especially for us. We're gonna talk about art. But this, I promise you, is the most unique art maybe you will ever see. Take a look at a couple of these paintings. And you may think, all right, I get it. Use some color here.
Kind of modern.
Kind of modern, right? Clean. But how it was made is what you will not, I promise you, you will be talking about this for the rest of the day when you see how the artist behind this, John Knuth, I don't even know how he came up with the idea to create the art this way, so I'm dying to talk to him about his creation. John Knuth, welcome to TMZ Live. How are you doing?
Oh man, I am doing great. What a thrill, guys. I love TMZ. I watch you guys every day. So
well, thank you so much.
That. Okay, so a lot of people, they're into watercolor and they're into oils. Yep. Explain how you got into maggots.
And yes, we should say the big reveal here is just to the side there of John.
Exactly.
It looks like you have an art piece that's being put together right now.
We're at Art Palm Beach right now. Big art fair is happening. It's a great scene. Come down, check it out. But so I'm known for these paintings where I raise hundreds of thousands of houseflies to make paintings for me. And I limit their diet to paint mixed with sugar water, and they eat the paint and digest it and then regurgitate it on the canvases. So what we have happening at the fair, we've got
by the way, can I just ask, do they live after that?
Well, they live their normal lifestyle, right?
You know, it's funny, I asked an entomologist one time, I said, how do I know these flies are healthy? And he said, well, they're living normal lifespans and they're sexually active. That's the only indicator of health I have. Normal lifespan, sexually active, that's all anybody wants.
Okay, fair.
That's true.
Fair. Okay, so they regurgitate on the canvas.
Yep, so flies are in a continual state of regurgitation. So anytime they land on a surface, they will potentially deposit their stomach contents on that surface. So my aha moment, my eureka moment happened when I was looking at, you see this little brown specks in your kitchen window? That's a fly speck. And I realized that's literally a painting, right? It's a deposit of a pigment on a surface. So after the past 15, 20 years of working with these flies, I really pushed them towards something really beautiful and transcendent.
How does it work? I mean,
so we're seeing look what's next time.
But wait a minute, I got a question about this. It's like, you gotta form something on the canvas. And
well, they do it, right?
Right, but it feels so random, you just don't know what you're gonna get, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's random, but it's also very particular. So you'll see paintings that look like sunrises, sunsets. And so the densities and the sprawls on the canvases, the densities happens where I put the cups of paint. So they go to where the food is. And then, it's like your dad at Thanksgiving dinner. He goes to the couch. He doesn't go walk to the neighbor's house, right? So that's where that density happens. And then, so part of the fly's biology is they don't have moving mouth parts. They don't have mouths. They have proboscises. And so they'll spit up an enzyme. That enzyme, partially digests the proteins in your cheeseburger, and they'll suck it back in. So what I'm doing is just, putting them in a situation where they're creating something really beautiful and transcendent in that process.
So is that a canvas on the floor of that cage next to you?
Exactly. We're going to do a little moving camera shot here. So in here, there's ostrich eggs, blowfish, and globes. And so there's also the pigment mixed with sugar water. And so these works are being completed right now. And there's 100,000 flies making these paintings.
What's really great is you can have all these employees and not pay them, which I love. Which I absolutely love.
He has to feed them. He has to feed them, right?
I got a good one for you, right? So a painting, say, takes 100,000 flies. Flies work 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
The average lifespan is 2 weeks, so 14 days. So you multiply that, and a painting is something like 33 million labor hours went into a painting.
Have there been any, you said you've been doing this for 15 years?
Yeah.
Have you had any accidents, escaped employees? Like I'm looking at that cage next to you, and I'm just thinking, like, if someone accidentally kicked out a leg and then suddenly it falls over, what happens?
Knock on wood, nothing will happen at the fair. Everybody's been great. People know how to handle themselves around art. But so, for instance, I've lost studio leases because flies have gotten out. In a fair environment, I'm very particular. No flies escape. But one fly in a room is annoying. 8 flies in a room is disturbing. When you're dealing with 200,000 flies, it's
Final question. Like when you rent an apartment, they ask, do you have any pets? When you sign a lease, do you have to say you have 200,000 flies that you're bringing in?
I don't mention it to the landlord.
You lead with your.
I don't know.
You lead with you're an artist.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just an artist, and I'll be working on my art here, and that's it.
Yeah, so it's been great. At Art Palm Beach, the fair invited me to come down and have the live fly display to bring. It's bringing a lot of energy. People are loving it. We've had 1,000 great conversations, so it's been great.
And how many people have called you, you know?
Lord of the Flies.
Yes, exactly. I didn't want to say it, but I'll let you say it.
I bet these flies are really, I bet these paintings are really taking off. They're super fly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they got 1,000 of them.
Actually, I do have one final thing. You know who you should invite to this, seriously? Jeff Goldblum.
Can you hook that up? I bet you got him about.
No, it would be awesome
Jeff
if you.
Goldblum would love that.
Wouldn't that be
He
great?
does spend time in Miami. He might be down there. I don't know.
Seriously, and a great movie, I might add. So think about that.
John, thank you
Thanks,
so much.
John.
Congratulations, man. That is, art is about being unique, and that is extremely unique.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, guys.
Coming up.
Kanye West's apology for his anti-Semitism, for his remarks about slavery. People have been looking at it, hoping that it's true.
There is something behind this, it turns out.
It certainly seems like it.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. Kanye West's apology for his anti-Semitism, for his remarks about slavery, which we've been saying, you know, people have been looking at it, hoping that it's true, but being skeptical.
A lot of people are skeptical.
They're skeptical.
There is something behind this, it turns out.
It certainly seems like it.
Undeniable.
The Wall Street Journal broke a story that Kanye has signed a 7-figure distribution deal with Gamma. Gamma is an independent label that was started by a guy named Larry Jackson used to be with Apple Music. Big deal.
And they have a lot of huge artists, Mariah Carey.
Right. And Larry and Kanye have some history, so it makes sense that he would make this deal. But that deal, the part of the Wall Street Journal story is that after Gamma signed it, they had an all-staff meeting.
I think it was actually before they signed it.
Before they signed it, that they had an all-staff meeting to discuss this with their employees, because it sounds like the point was they wanted the employees to know they were doing this and to have a discussion about the things that Kanye has said over the last few years.
I'm not sure. I read the same article, but hold on. The way I saw it was they had the meeting not to say, here's what we're doing, but kind of, what do you think?
Yes. I thought it was...
They were open on going either way.
I took it as, we want to hear your grievances, but the part they don't close the loop on, I just don't know, did Larry Jackson or Gamma, anyone at Gamma, say to Kanye, we're going to do this deal, but you've got to come forward and apologize.
Mea culpa.
You've got to do that in order for this deal to go through. It seems too much of a coincidence that he got this deal and at the same time took out the full-page ad in the Wall
So there are
Street
two
Journal.
ways of looking at it, because clearly Gamma's involved in what Kanye did. The issue is, was this Kanye being told we're only making the deal this way, or Kanye feeling this way, and both of them agreeing that in order to sell, he's going to have to do it.
Right.
So
whose idea was it?
And was it authentic? I mean, was it authentic?
And
I don't know.
Like you said, they met with the staff to see if they were okay with it. Like, if somebody on the staff is like, I'm not comfortable, they're going to walk away from this deal with Kanye. Like, that's good PR for Gamma.
That's why I think it was
this
more
was going
about,
to happen no matter what.
That's why I think it was more about letting them air their grievances and then saying, here's what we're doing. He's going to be doing this apology. He told us he wants to do it.
See, that's
or we
weird,
told him.
I gotta
don't
say,
know.
that backfires if everybody in the room said no. It backfires.
That's why
it's going to be tough on the staff.
But the thing is, even at the worst of all of the anti-Semitism and his rants and stuff, his album Vultures still debuted at #1. There is still commercial relevance to Kanye West, and Gamma could use that.
So why does he? But why does he need Gamma if he can do it on his own?
Because
he doesn't do it on his own as well.
He doesn't do it well.
Yeah.
One, it never comes out.
How did he become number one?
But a lot of his albums don't come out. Like Donda 2 wound up on his stem
But
player.
how did Vulture get #1 if he didn't have anybody?
But do you remember that Vulture, like to the day it came out, it was like 12 hours late coming out. He was tweaking it. There were songs that he didn't have clearance for samples and stuff. It still was kind of a botched rollout.
It's a
it could have been bigger.
rollout, and obviously
Either he
doesn't want to go through all of that, or he realizes that he needs a machine behind him to really push it. It sounds like Kanye, it is very important to him that this album, Bully, does well when it comes out. Right. And now
it makes people now it makes people suspicious that is this really
money
authentic?
is always going to make people suspicious.
And there's one other thing here, is that and I get it. He's had he's had mental issues, he's had episodes, he had this traumatic brain injury and everything else, but that is still there. So how do you go from Heil Hitler to, oh my God, I'm so upset with what I did, like that? And that's the part that a lot of people are having a hard time swallowing.
Hey guys, Murdoch here from Atlanta. Well, first off, I want to say that I'm a big Kanye West fan, but I definitely agree that his latest apology is being met with like mixed feelings, and it's honestly valid. You know, on one hand, for sure, an apology is needed for all of the damage he's caused in the last few years. His prior comments has caused so many communities discomfort and anger, Jewish people, African American people, and everybody else who, you know, like, kind of feels offended about that. But I also feel, on the other hand, he is due the opportunity to redeem himself and show that maybe this change really is true. But I think a lot of people are just skeptical of accepting him and letting him back in, because it's like, is this one of your normal mental health episodes? Are you genuinely, you know, meaning this and really on the right path to get yourself back, you know, to becoming mentally and physically the guy we once all loved, universally known as Kanye West?
Well,
so.
He said in that letter that he is dedicated now to staying on his meds. And clearly he's, the reason he said that is he wants us to believe that going forward, we're not going to hear this from him anymore. We'll see. Odessa Zion is doing something we rarely ever seen done in Hollywood. She got a role in a movie, a big movie, and is now backing out because of public backlash to her being cast in the role. Odessa, by the way, I haven't seen it yet, but you saw her in Marty Supreme.
Yeah, she's great.
Said she was great.
She was great.
Well, that might have helped her land this role in Deep Cuts. And the character she was playing is named Zoe. Now, when it was announced that she got this role, there were a bunch of people online who said this is out of line.
Appropriation.
This is appropriation because the character is Latina. Odessa is not Latina. By the way, for the record, the character is Latina and Jewish. Odessa is Jewish, but she's not Latina. Anyway, she saw the backlash and then announced this, said, I'm so pissed, y'all. I hadn't read the book and should have paid more attention to all aspects of Zoe before accepting. And now that I know what I know, blank that, I'm out.
Okay, can I just say, stop it. Enough. And it's like,
Wait, enough what? Hold on.
I'm about to finish. I was breathing and I was going to continue the sentence.
Well, because people listening to it would be like, wait, they don't know whether to be pissed at you or to applaud you.
Because I'm about to finish, which is that this is acting. That gay people can play straight people. Straight people can play gay people. It's not this, it's not
Okay,
this.
that's not the same thing.
I'm just finishing.
It's not the same thing.
It's not an injury to, it kind of is.
It's not.
Well, no,
ethnicity is different.
No, it isn't.
It's 100% different.
There are people.
Because it's a visual medium. Ethnicity is different. I hear what you're saying about someone's sexuality. I totally agree with you. But there is a difference when you're talking about ethnicity.
Okay.
It makes a difference to people watching.
Well, look, hold on. There are people who watch, Jeremy.
Ellen White.
Ellen White, right.
Play Bruce Springsteen, and he doesn't look like him, but it's okay. And it's like, if you don't look...
Actually, you said this morning it wasn't okay. You didn't like that.
But I'm saying...
Because it takes you out of the film.
Well, okay.
Because you're just... You said that this morning.
Could she pass...
She
pass as Latina?
Yes.
Yes, she could.
Okay,
She could.
So how is it going to hurt...
If that's your argument...
How is it going to hurt you to watch that?
But what she's saying and what the conversation was is that she's taking away from, Mexican women that could have had these roles, but instead it's going to somebody else.
So maybe a Mexican woman can play a Caucasian. I mean, why are you boxing people in acting? It doesn't make... This is going back to 2017, which is why we've had this pendulum swing all the way the other way. Stop it. That's what I meant.
Yeah, you can say it all you want. It doesn't make it so.
Coming up.
Feeling this?
Oh my God, look.
Harvey,
hey guys.
It's a pleasure. What's a pleasure?
Thank you for all the support. Good to see you.
Yes, what up, Charles?
Oh my God. You B2K and Bow Wow. Famous party.
Be right back.
Oh my God, look.
Harvey,
hey guys.
It's a pleasure. What's a pleasure?
Thank you for all the support. Good to see you.
Yes, what up, Charles?
Oh my God. I heard you guys were coming in.
to see you, man.
Oh my God, I can't believe the whole group.
What's up, everybody? You guys are all together, man. Oh, look at the late arrival.
B2K and Bow Wow crash the party. So this is like the year or the time of throwbacks.
Nostalgia.
I mean, it's everything. It's like even on online with the 2016 thing. I mean, everybody's doing this stuff. Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, to have a shelf life that goes for
good
this
business
long,
opportunity. You
it's such
want
a good
people
business.
to be thinking back, right?
Most definitely. Right.
And it's in right now. Like,
Why do you guys think? You know what? I'm really curious about this. Because when I grew up, it's like there's a band that comes along and they're really big, and then something else comes along and they don't come back.
Right.
Now, everything comes back.
Right.
Why is it different? Why is it different from, I'm serious.
Well, the difference is the Supremes didn't want to get back together.
No, stop.
So you could say, but these guys wanted to get back
We
together.
almost didn't want to
But
get
you
back
guys,
together.
well, I know, it was
First of
touch
all,
and go for a while there.
That was borderline.
That's your favorite group.
That was
That's
borderline.
nothing. That was your favorite group.
Well,
anyway.
No, point being, it's like, I think it has to do with politics. I think people are so frustrated with what's going on today, they want to go back in time.
there you go.
I swear to
I was
God.
about to just say nobody's making good music anymore. It's that's really
Well,
like.
there's that, yes.
Now honestly, everything is there's no meaning, there's no feeling, there's no.
Nobody's making good music?
I mean, I ain't gonna
I mean,
put on
there's some
everybody.
people here and there, right?
And it might last for 2-3 years, but we 25 plus. You know what I'm saying?
It's the feeling,
It's the
and
feeling.
that's what's so special about nostalgia.
Right.
Because it brings you back to a moment in the current moment.
Right.
That's magic. You know, a song can do that, and our fans that grew up with us, we giving them that feeling.
Fans have kids now, and they bring them to the
Right.
shows,
Yep.
and they can be 10-year-old little boys, 11-year-old boys, and the mothers are the ones, or the father, they putting them on to the music. No different than what our parents did for us. We Rick James, they threw us on all the old school.
Oh,
and
man,
now
big
our
facts.
fans just throwing them on B2K
And the
Bow Wow.
crazy part about it is the kids, they identify that they don't have a B2K or a Bow Wow in their age demographic.
Yeah.
They know
It's real
like,
entertainment.
we can't have that.
We're
You know what I'm
dancing.
saying?
We're performing. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like we want to put on a great show.
And that's why we're so excited to have the opportunity to collaborate with BPC, which is our promotions company.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they put together an amazing lineup for us, and it's something for all the family can come out. It's clean, it's positive, and tickets are on sale right now.
It's gonna
So
be a crazy show.
When does the tour start?
March 6th.
March 6th, right?
Louisville, Kentucky, KFC Yum Center. Yeah.
Okay, one final question, unrelated.
Uh-oh.
We're trying to figure out who's Bad Bunny going to bring out during the halftime show.
Definitely.
Because we were talking
Good one.
Cardi B, right?
Cardi B would make sense,
Cardi,
but-
because she already gonna be at the Super Bowl to support her dude. I think
so then
it makes sense.
What's weird is if she does it, remember Taylor Swift said she wouldn't do it because she thought Travis was going to be in the Super Bowl. So will Cardi do it because Stefan is in the Super Bowl?
Right.
Yeah, Cardi doesn't care
I
about
think
that.
Cardi and Taylor
Cardi
Swift
doesn't
is
care
two
about that.
different
If she
worlds.
gets invited up, she's
Cardi
in.
get out there,
For
she
sure.
outside.
Who would?
For sure. I got a question that's off subject.
Yeah.
So, the tour will be going to Atlanta, right? His hometown.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you want me to get into that?
Yeah,
I was talking about?
yeah.
So, I don't know if y'all know, but I've been inviting Harvey to the strip club a lot of times. Every time me and Harvey
Not
talk.
Harvey's
Every
thing.
time we
Not
me and
your
Harvey
thing,
talk.
Harvey or what?
Always
come on,
does
just
this.
let it
He
go,
always
Harvey.
does this. We gonna go, Bow. What time is it? Can we go at 3 p.m.?
Okay.
I said, we go anytime you want to go. Huh? It's on me.
I'm going to be honest with you. The only strip club I've been to in the last 10 years was this place called Plan B in LA, and it was for the food.
Oh.
They have great food. No, I actually.
No strip club zoo, though. No strip club zoo.
Which club in Atlanta?
Where to take him to? He going to Magic City?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Coming up.
Jacob Elordi has an incredibly supportive family. In fact, I feel maybe a little too supportive because he was at the premiere for Wuthering Heights, and he, at one point, I don't know if mom told him, hey, you shouldn't be chewing gum, but maybe he's gonna go do an interview. He wanted to get rid of his gum. Check out mom.
Be right back.
Jacob Elordi has an incredibly supportive family. In fact, I feel maybe a little too supportive because he was at the premiere for Wuthering Heights, his new movie with Margot Robbie and
Charlie XX.
Yes, and Charlie XCX. And he, at one point, I don't know if mom told him, hey, you shouldn't be chewing gum, but maybe he's gonna go do an interview. He wanted to get rid of his gum. Check out mom. Right there.
He's done that many times before because it's so casual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It almost seems like it. But then, no, you can't keep making your mom. No. Mom's got to go, sorry, you're a grown-ass man.
Gee, my son...
Go find some...
My son bought me a $5 million house in Beverly Hills, maybe.
No. Really? So you think that she's only holding it because he bought her something?
No, I'm saying that she's the wingman. She's what's the big deal? I mean, honestly,
I want someone's even your child. I don't want their gum in my hand.
She picked up his crap for 3 years. I mean,
fair enough. I guess
on.
it's getting better.
Coming up.
Happy birthday to Oprah. She's 72 years old and turning over a new leaf in the gym.
Be right back.
Happy birthday to Oprah. She's 72 years old and turning over a new leaf in the gym. Turns out she's been, says she's started doing a lot more
she has
weight.
2 plates on there.
Yeah, she's doing a lot more weight training. So she was celebrating her 72nd birthday with some deadlifts. Pretty impressive.
Do we know how much weight?
I mean, you tell us.
Well, no, I mean,
Gym
they could be 45s, but I doubt it.
I doubt it. No.
I doubt it. So I don't know what they are. Do you have an issue
Could
with...
be 25s. I don't know. You have an issue with what?
Well, when you're over 70, do you want to do anything with the word dead in it?
Dude, you know what? She's trying to celebrate. She says she wants to improve her muscle mass as she's getting older, and you got to throw that in there. You don't do deadlifts, do you?
No, I mean...
This guy skips leg day.
No, I do not skip. I do not.
Pretty obvious. Pretty obvious.
Oh, please. Just referencing a stupid phone call I got, okay? Happy birthday, Oprah.
Happy birthday, Oprah.